Hello guys, so new prediction for next week. Last week I haven't done a new prediction because basically it was continuation, and what we predicted was that the S&P was still strong, so continuation unless it fall below the 480, and it didn't, so it continued, break the 480, and then we get the pullback we wanted and retest. So the prediction was that continuation and pullback. You can see it more clearly here, moving for above the 500, making a break, immediately get a pullback rejection, so false breakout, and then the pullback, it basically retest and even take inside short sellers, suck them in, and then make an attempt for a second break and fail. So we see now the sellers in the house. We saw them few times. Again, let me open the pen. Just a second, guys. All right. We saw them here. We saw them here. We saw them here. And now we get this area and this area. So basically the average, 1, 2, 3, it's the 492. Someplace in this area. What does it mean? That they started to put short position because the S&P is too extended. You can see it here. If I'm gonna put it weekly, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Resting a little bit. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't know if you want to call it 15. In the middle, so it's needed some pullback. You see it's so far away from the 50 moving average, so a 5% reversal is much needed, and a 5% reversal, it's basically for the 480. So it's gonna be good if it just give us so it opened with a break down, open with a gap, fill the gap, immediately sold. So I'm expecting that a lot of people will go, a lot of people will go short when they see it open below. And going for this moving average, probably here, the zone of 480. And we also got it here, you can see it, this is moving down, this is moving up, and this is the break of the 50, so it's the sellers in the house now. Momentum is negative even if it pushed to the upside, so we have more likelihood to move for the downside. If we check the 4-hour chart, you can see it retest. And let's see, I think this is the high, 503.50. This one, 503.22. So this is going down, and let's see it here. This is 94.65, and this is 95. So this is going up. So we have the reversal. This is a reversal, but in order to complete the reversal, we needed to cross the 50. You can say that we have a heads up. Momentum is getting negative. Momentum is started maybe crossing here the 0, and then we're gonna have the reversal probably here, trying to retest again this area. Could be interesting. At the moment, the zone I draw, this is 3 new lines. The 492, if it closed below, it will move for the 478, 479, and below 474, 4. I don't know if it has the power to move for the 468 at the moment for this week, but it's gonna be interesting. If we check the 1 hour chart, we don't see any reaction. We see it moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up. So we don't see any break of the trend yet. So in order to see a clear confirmation of the break of the trend, we want to see it breaking and closing below, maybe making a retest and then coming down, bringing more sellers to the house and then coming down. So this move could be first move, and it still could bounce again. What I don't like, usually what happens, if we make it, this is the first, and it didn't come back. So the 420, and you have a lots of gap below behind. So 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, 5 touch, too many touch. So I think it's need to break, and you see what happened at the after hours. It's tried to continue lower, so probably, I don't know if it want to move and close the gap, or even try to attempt to move a little bit lower. If we check here the daily, we have a gap here, 482, and I think it need to be closed. And we have a gap here, 455. You see it close there and open immediately here. It didn't come back, and we have a big gap. We have a big gap, a lot of gap behind. I don't know if it has the power to move. I hope it will. So because this is too strong move for the upside with little stock behind it. But at the moment still strong. It's making a sign for reversal. You can see it here. Off a little bit. Let's check. 354, 354, 353. This is the low, and this one 2. So already this is making lower low. This is making higher low. So again, it's very tricky. In the 1 hour chart, any move will bring the buyers because the momentum will be almost in zero, and it needs to move up. But what I'm afraid of, it will move for the upside, and then I think it can create divergence for the downside, and then it will fall and start. Will it come exactly here? I don't know, because if it will move down, move down, move down, it means, let me clear it up. If it will move candle and move it here, it should be on the 0, 2, 0 and stay here, which means strong sellers, and it immediately will push, and lots of short sellers and option with the put will push the market to the downside. So I think it will move here and find a zone. You know what? Let's check if we can see a zone where it can bounce. Just a sec. It can bounce from the 490, where it is, 496, 497. So yeah, it can bounce from this zone. More correct is 496.46. Do we have it here? No, I didn't draw that. Let's say the orange. It can bounce from the orange and then move for the upside. If it break below, I think it will break. So this is for the SPY. Hues. Probably doing the same. We saw this reversal, making for the break, retest, continuation, and again you can see it here. Weakening, false break, try to give us an attempt and immediately break. Second attempt here is a break for the moving average. At the moment, it seems it wants to move for the 497 and retest it. I'm afraid that if it break and close below the let me check it, 498, 498.80 here, it could move even lower for the 410 for this area. So at the moment, this is the target for the downside. Let's check it here at the 1 hour chart and see what we have. Probably the same. Let's check it here. 4.3, this is 169. This is 0.97. Again, we have a small divergence for the upside. So it could open with a gap down and immediately get bought and move for the upside. Will we have a divergence for a short continuation, for another pullback? At the moment, could be interesting. We have it here, and see this is moving up, and this is the move for the downside. So at the moment, I'm biased for a gap down. It's still strong. I don't have the full confirmation for the downside. I have a little bit trigger, but it can suck in more short sellers in order to push to the upside. And at the moment, you can see it here. This momentum is down. This is moving up. This is a big divergence. Big divergence, but we don't have the confirmation yet. It crossed here the 50, not like the SPY. It's already crossed, so momentum is negative. If it crosses it here and continue lower and break below it, it will move for the 411. At the moment, I want to see how it open and move with the trend at the lower time frame for investment. You're basically still safe. You can see the Fibonacci level withdraw. It touched the 138, immediately fell down, coming in. Will it touch the 412 again? Retest would be interesting. So it's finished its move here. Could be interesting if we look at it on the weekly. Again, you can see how such a strong move for the upside. Usually you look for something like this, and this is a nice pullback. You want to see a control pullback, not something like this. You want to see a control. When it controlled, the buyers came, move down, buyer came, move down, buyer came, and then move for the upside. At the moment, this is the first red candle. People will wait for the seconds. You can see this, it didn't make lower, low 425, the low here 425.33, so still momentum is positive, even we had a red wick. Let's move for the IWM. IWM was a little bit tricky. See it on the weekly. Break the 200, immediately fell. Try to break, fail, try to break, fail. So the sellers tried not to let it get to the 200. Immediately they manage, and then it fell. And what you call it? This is a pure fight. You can see a nice volume. Pure fight. It's try to break, they push it, and then push it up, and it's closed here. So you have to be very careful with this candle. You don't know what you're gonna get. Even though it's many people think that because the IWM is lagging, and now some money is getting out for Apple, and maybe a little bit with Nvidia, the big stock, and it's coming for the small and medium stock. The IWM will follows. I don't know yet. You can call it a distribution because this is a big move. So it would be distribution, not accumulation, distribution. So you have to be very careful with it, and you don't have pure sign because you have the break here, you have the break here. What's going to happen? Some people like to draw some trend, something like this, and trend here, and say it's probably gonna hit here, maybe move down there, and then try to decide where the trend is gonna be. At the moment, I really don't know. If we check it on the 4-hour chart and see how it looks, you can see the Fibonacci level it hit almost. Yes, let's check 204.77. Yes, it hit the Fibonacci level, immediately got sold. Did it mean that it finished its move? No. It means that the next target is 215, and this is good. But I think in order to do so, it needs to suck in more short sellers and then push for the upside, because it's going to be very tricky to close above the 200. And you see what happened. It's tried. All the time it fell. At the moment, momentum is positive. Momentum is positive. It's moving for the upside. Let's check if we have divergence. 97.72, 97.95, 93. So we have divergence. This is moving up. This is moving down. So we have a divergence for reversal. Reversal could be small one. I don't think it will be deep. You see here big volume. Let's check the 1-hour chart and see what we got there. At the 1-hour chart, this is a break of the trend moving here, and buyers control it on the 190. Buyer control it, buyer control it. So it's a buyer's market. What we have here, this is 1031. You see, this is a 10. This is 1031. So this is there's no divergence. So probably a little bit move for the downside. If we draw Fibonacci level from there, could move it for the 200 again, touch it, even for the 198.90. Create a divergence for the upside, complete it. So if something move like this, it will be lower, this will be higher, and then the buyers will come in to attack and break it for the 215. So positive about it. Positive about also the Qs and the SPY, because even though it seems that they want to pull back, I don't know, they're creating small divergences, so I have to be very, very careful about it. So this is IWM. Tesla is interesting. This is the weekly, nothing much to say about it. On the weekly, on the daily, you can see it much clearly. It's want to close the gap, probably touched 200 here, the 50, sorry. But remember, we said any pullback will create divergence. So even if it moves it here, sellers will come, try to push it. Sellers can come here to 220, try to push it. So we are in a down market. So this is a profit taking. Be very careful. This is a short term move for the upside. The market is controlled with the sellers at the moment. So it try, and I think it did manage. No, it didn't manage to close the gap. At the moment, I don't think it did. 94.53. This is 92. No divergence, so continuation a little bit higher for the 210 maybe. But this is good because it means it even can touch the 224 and still can get move for the downside. But this is a nice accumulation. See, it's small move. This is accumulation. Break, maybe a retest, and then moving for the upside. Momentum started to be positive, which is good. If we check it on the 1-hour chart, you can see down, 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 down. This is the first break of the trend. Maybe retesting here, 195, 196, and then moving for the upside. At the moment, it seems that it wants to reach the 208, 207. It's a little bit negative. So if it crosses and break below the 198, it can fall and retest the 194, bring more buyers from there, or even for the 190. It's a round number, but more likely for the moving average as a dynamic area and moving for the upside. This is a nice flag, you can see it here, but I don't red flags. I want to see divergence, and you don't see it here, you see it cross already. So I have to wait and see how it open, and according to the open, try to trade it. For short term, I'm positive about it. Apple. Alright, Apple, interesting. You can see it on the daily. We talked about it. You can see shoulder, head, small shoulder, a little bit shoulder. You can call it cup and handle for the downside. Negative. If you look at it, it seems negative. Even though we have a big candle here, green one, but what happened? They took it out slowly, eating it all up. It's not that good. If we look at it on the weekly, how it looks, you can see it here. So maybe double top, maybe if it breaks the 165 again, I know it's far from it, but can do so. If we check it on the 4-hour chart, doesn't look that good. Negative, negative, negative. You can see it here, how it looks. 1, 2, 3. If it breaks the 180, boom, moving down. To do so, momentum start will be a little bit positive, but it's gonna get struggled. You can see it here. This is moving up, moving up, moving down. This is moving up, and it's struggle. Short continuation. So I'm negative about it, guys. Nothing much to say about it here. What did happen? This is a unique one. It's the after hours move up, pre-market stay from up, and then try to come and fail. So it can do a big jump from the 186, rejected, and then continue lower. So keep it in mind, guide. And it didn't broke it here, so this is moving down, this is moving up. Prepare. I think the market is trying to create something very unique. If it breaks below, it will fall. Yeah. Nvidia. All right, Nvidia weekly. Come on. So it's basically like this one. What happened? 1, 2, 3. Red candle coming in on the weekly. Boom. It will fall, and you see what happened. Will we get it again and it fall for this area? I think so. I don't know. Even if the earning per share is justified, I don't know, guys. This is aggressive move for the upside, guys. Nice move there. Very interesting. At the moment, don't try to short it. You have no indication for a short. Even if it breaks the momentum for the downside, still moving up. It's just trying to bring bar. You can see it's straight line. Momentum is down. It's trying to sucking the short sellers in order to move higher. Be very careful about it. Still, momentum is positive. Nothing much to say about it until it breaks something. So wait for the break. Meta. Meta, basically the same. What happened there? Lots of people waiting here in this big gap. Momentum started to be negative. I know lots of volume waiting to something to happen. So nothing happened. If we look at it on the weekly, you can see it here. This is, guys, again, I don't know what to say. Freak out. Here, this is the big gap. It's resting. There is no movement. It tried to break. It seems positive. Momentum start to be bearish, but it's good. It will bring more buyers who will it will bring weak hands, new hands, which will be much weaker, but they will go for much smaller profit for the retest and break, for the side move. From if it move here, they will come for there and play it until it will break for both sides. So investor still stayed it, and you will see volume getting lower until something happen. And if gaps tend to get filled, wait for it to break and join the ride. And the gap will, if it get filled, it will be quick, I think, because it will create a fall down in the market. Apple will fall, Meta will fall, Nvidia will fall, fill some gaps, bring more buyers who can average down their investment for the rest of the year. At the moment, you can see a lot of divergences. This is moving up, this is moving down, this is moving down, this is moving down. So it does need to cross the 50 in order for the break for the downside. So wait for it. mRNA. mRNA, interesting. I thought it will stop here and then bounce back. Yeah, mRNA do what it does best. It basically break and then push for the upside. Suck you in, suck all the short sellers, and then try to move. And you can see the momentum start to be positive. Still have some short. This is moving up, this is moving down. So short continuation. So be prepared for moving for the downside, and check if the buyer is strong from the 84. Would be interesting. At the moment, you can see this is the weekly. Doesn't look that good for mRNA. If you look at it on the daily, you can see it moving down, moving down, moving down. This is a break. This is the retest, which is good. And now we want to see it coming back for the upside, breaking above the 100, moving for the 180. And this is good because you can see it here. Just be positive momentum, and you're gonna join the ride. BA. Nvidia, pre-Meta, see what happened. Can it be with Nvidia and Meta? It can, but this is drove by news. Something happened, big news, 1 news, 2 news. Could be in the Nvidia. I think they have a report on Wednesday. So gonna be interesting. Even if the report will be good, how much and how far can it go? At the moment, struggling here, resting here. I don't think anybody want to take it long at the moment on the base on the daily. If we check in here, you see the rest. Each side, wait for the break. Each do we have something here? No. Small divergence there. I will wait for it to break the 50 for the moving for the upside. I will not take it short. I will not take it long unless I see a clear direction. Momentum start wanted to be positive, but any move for the upside will bring the sellers. So this is what it is afraid from. Let's continue with gold. Probably in the middle of nowhere. Yes, in the middle of nowhere. Nothing much to say. This is distribution. Even though I'm positive in the longer term, this is a distribution. It could mean a push for the upside. You can see the buyers coming in. It's below the 50, start to be negative. If we look at it here, nothing much to say. It's a negative zone. There is a short continuation for moving again for the downside. So I don't know, sorry guys. Something like this, let's say. Doesn't look that good. Shame. Silver. Probably doing the same, but a little bit more positive. Yes, It started to break, but still in the negative side. You can see it's still in the negative. It's managed to break, so it's a little bit more positive than the gold. So it can push the gold for the upside. It still have some 2160 zone for sellers. If it's a downtrend, this is the break of the trend. So maybe retest 21. Rainbow buys could be very interesting in order to clear some divergences. You can see it here, it didn't follow. So also the gold can do so. Gold is basically here and it didn't fall. So the buyers immediately come and clear it. So let's eliminate this and you can look at it. 1, 2, this is a close break, continuation for the upside. Even if it will do something like this, you are in a positive mood. So positive about the silvers. So guys, Oxy. Sorry guys, no, Oxy, big move with the oil, with the gas, moving for the upside. I wanted to fall down and it didn't. Nothing much to say about it. I was wrong about it, but basically it touched again a key level. So below this one, moving again for the retest. Have to wait and see. You can see it even if it cross above and it won't clear a divergence, it will create a second divergence for the downside. So be prepared for it. So again, for investor, this is not this market. You have to wait, I think, to the end of February to see how things are going, because this is a short term market at the moment. So let's finish out, guys, and sum it up. Strong momentum is still positive, started to be weakened. We see the sellers coming in the 490. If it breaks below, moving for the 5% down for the 480, which it will be good in the longer term. Still positive about the spike and break even for the 520. At the moment, seems that most of the market wants to move down. IWM maybe wants to move a little bit up, so it can put the SPY in between the Qs in negative a little bit. Could be very interesting at the moment. Just follow the trend, don't try to fight it, and I hope you like it and have a good and great week. Bye bye.